Ward reiterated the same call made by the Women's Caucus of the National Council yesterday. According to a study conducted by Ward, alcohol remains the biggest factor that contributes to gender-based violence. Thus, the organization is calling on government to enforce a strict curfew for shebeens as one of the measures to curb the violence.
Ward proposes that shebeens should be closed from 6 o'clock in the afternoons and reopen again at 11 o'clock when their children are already in bed, to avoid fathers going home drunk after work, and at the same time to compel fathers to make time for their families and to take an interest in their children's schoolwork.
De Klerk urged women and the general public to study the Namibian constitution, as the call to government to reintroduce the death penalty is highly unlikely to happen.
Whether we like it or not, whether we stand on our heads, whether we do whatever, it cannot come back. And I don't know why certain leaders are misleading the nation. It is an enshrined clause in the Constitution. It's protected. Sorry. I'm so sorry that it happened in the beginning.
Ward further called on all private and government institutions as well as civil society organizations to implement special programs teaching the rights of women and children. Programs to equip women with self-defense training should also be established, not as a way to counteract violence, but for self-protection, De Klerk stated. Though there is never an excuse to commit violence, De Klerk advises women not to engage in verbal abuse with their partners, as this leads to provocation of violent crimes in some instances. De Klerk says perpetrators of violence against women and children have no doubtedly gone too far, as they have pushed women's tolerance and continued devotion over the edge. That's what is in full support of a state of emergency. This is Treasure Koudou for the News on One.